today is March 14th, 2017, which means it is Pi Day. If you're not familiar with Pi Day, that is the month March 3 and the day 14, or 3.14, which happens to be the first 3 digits of pi. Now, if you're not familiar with pi itself, pi is mostly defined as the circumference of a circle around the circle divided by the diameter of the circle. And it's a constant for any size circle. And it's a never-ending irrational number. Kind of like my 80-year-old uncle from Brooklyn when he tells a story. Irrational and never-ending. Uncle Pi. What we're going to do to calculate pi today, instead of measuring a circle's circumference and diameter and then calculating pi, we're going to use the theory of pendular motion. So I got my co-workers involved in the fun. I wanted to measure pi a little bit differently. And one of the things that I saw on the Stand Up Maths YouTube channel was, I stole it from him, from Matt, and actually Matt stole it from somebody else, so I don't feel bad for stealing this idea from him. But anyway, the idea was to calculate pi using pendular motion. The theory of pendular motion is that the time it takes for the pendulum to swing out and back is equal to 2 times pi times the square root of the length of the string of the pendulum divided by the gravitational constant, 9.8. So I went, if you rearrange that formula, you can solve for pi, and pi becomes a function of time. And really you're left with a constant because the length of the pendulum is known, gravitational constant is known, and thus you have pi is equal to time divided by this constant. Now notice how this constant is dangerously close to 1, and that's sort of, in a way, by design. If I had had a little bit longer string or a higher ceiling in the hallway, I could have gotten that denominator to 1, in which case time would have been equal to pi in seconds. So here's what we did. And what better pendulum than a pi? A pi-endulum. I'm messing around here, folks. This is serious stuff. All I could find was yarn. The yarn was stretchy, and on the first go, the pi plate hit the floor. So we had to stop it and pull the string tighter, pull it higher, and do it again. Go. We took 5 samples of time and we averaged them, thus came up with an average time.
0.8, correct?
We hope.
3.14.
Uh-oh.
Close enough.
We got a number.
So, we got a number, 3.14. Now, Yuping, what's 3.14?
Divided
by 0.5.
And then put that into our equation, dividing by the constant, to get like something like 3.2, which really isn't that far from 3.14. But if you notice, one of the samples was kind of high. If we had removed that first sample and taken just an average of samples 2 through 5, the estimate of pi would have come out to be 3.15, which for this experiment is pretty darn close, using a pi and a piece of yarn and in the office and just having fun. So that's Pi Day 2017, my style. I had fun celebrating it. I hope you did something for Pi Day. All right. We'll talk again when I celebrate Tau Day, June 28th. All right. See ya. Bye.